Good morning, guys. So for today's Freeform Friday, I think what I'm going to try to do is use a kit that I had picked up a while back from Spellbinders. So any links I have in the description box are affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you're purchasing any items through those links. So thank you, guys. Because I didn't get to use it the first time around when I actually got them, and I was kind of looking for these kits, and I thought it was kind of funny because it must have been early on whenever I was first enrolled in Spellbinders, which was like over the summer, early summer, maybe the spring even. Probably right after the pandemic hit, to be honest, 'cause that's when I was like just shopping online for anything I could find that was, you know, crafty and fun. And then so I must have signed up late in the month, so then I didn't do a review of it, even though maybe I did a review of part of it. Well, now it's in the Black Friday sale, the Happy Holidays sale that Spellbinders is having. So a lot of the items there, if you, I'll have the link for you, but if you click on Doorbusters under there, if you click on dies, then you'll see like all these kits. If you want to click on club kits, there'll be a bunch of kits. And in looking for this die, because I was like, oh, I wanted to use this one because I've always had it in my mind because I thought it was really cute. It was this one with the little hand, I think is from June. Yeah, this one. I came across a ton of other kits that I saw are there. So a lot of the small dies are like maybe 10, 11 bucks right now on the sale. Some are probably the same price that maybe if it was a small die, it was going to be $15, and that's normally what you would pay anyway just for this small club. Some of them are reduced more, you know, in price. So it's kind of funny because these are there too. And I'm like, I never did any of these. I did the club kit, which was called Life is a Party in June, but I didn't do the other kits. So these are all on sale right now too in that same sale. This is geometrical floral frames, which is always pretty because you kind of layer it up and you do your little thing with that. A very trendy look. This guy is fun. It's called A2 Snippet Grid and Calendar Creator. So you can put the little letters in there however you want to make like a calendar, or just use them, you know, as a background. However, oh, it has flowers. I didn't even notice that till right now. I wasn't paying much attention to what all is in here, but I did see that this was in the sales section. And then while I was looking for that, I came across this other kit because I kind of keep them in order. This is from July, and this was part of the sale right now with two. So a lot of the APG dies are like 20 bucks a kit, maybe a little bit less around there. And then some of the large dies are also around 20 or 15. It just depends on what you're looking at. This is from July 2020. And this is just makes for me, a lot of backgrounds, like pretty stuff like this. But I was asked some questions about different markers, you know, whenever I put up the sale was going on. So I thought, okay, I will try them. So I'm going to probably use my Mermaid Aqua markers today. I want to use this guy because I haven't used it yet. I thought that was really cute. And if anything else comes about, I will do that too. So we're going to do a little bit more artsy stuff just to kind of play with this. So I just want to show you some of the kits though. If you hadn't seen them in real life, obviously you haven't. If you haven't ordered them, you would know what they look like. So this is the large alphabet. How does your garden grow? And I used this in a video where I made this one, which is a little gift card holder, which is super cute. It makes like a little bag looking like this. And you even make the little tissue that goes in there. Really cute. I already have a video out on that, and I believe I used these in that same video. So it's just a nice alphabet, and then you have the little letters, but again, they're in the sale also. And one last thing I wanted to show you guys. There's a ton of things that I have that are in the sale, but I was like, let me show you the things that I never actually showed. That way you'll have a better idea. A lot of this stuff, I had bought this whole kit, and I've just been so busy, and then it sold out, so I'm like, well, there's no point in showing it to you guys because it's not available anyway. It was a kit to show you how to make, I was gonna say a club kit, anyway, a kit to show you how to make these cards, and so you can make them. A lot of these things are in the sales section right now too, like this big dot embossing folder. Oh, this is so cute. I love the way they use this though, because if you see, all they did was emboss it and then just roll over some ink over it. I think it was pink paper, and then they used white ink, so then it just catches like a little frost. It looks really cute. These guys are in the sale section too for the Black Friday sale, so it's the stamps and then the dies. And I do want to mention that a lot of times on Spellbinders you'll see the dies and then you're like, oh, where are the stamps? So you want to look for the stamps. These happen to have the same name, but sometimes they don't. So this is Arctic Wonder. Really cute the way they make it nice and crisp. I think there was something else in here that was in the sale that I can show y'all. Oh, is this where I put these? Oh my goodness. I've been looking for these because they've been in the sale and they're super cheap, and I wanted to show you guys how to use them, and I could not find them for the life of me. I'm like, where did I put those? I put them in this box here. Anyway, these are some really large dies that they're always in the sale section, and people are curious because they don't show you pictures of what they look like. So it's really interesting. They come in this really cute, the holiday punch plate, the Halloween punch plate. Obviously, it's a little bit late for Halloween, but it's only like $3 or $4. And you have this frame, which is really nice because it'll cut you a nice, card front. And then this guy can pop in there, so the letters cut out. You can either use the letters by themselves, you can just use it as a shaker that has all these cool words cut out in it. But I was always curious as to what that looked like. So here they are. So now I have them. Maybe I'll do a video soon. I'll put those to the side. But yeah, so these are some of the items that I had picked up that I never got to. And if you wanted to see what they look like in real life, that's that. The little mitten set, they just have, there's so much in the sale, I can't possibly go over it, you know? So what I'm going to do is grab some paper because I want to do, again, these markers, use them. Somebody had asked me if the pastels, Jane Davenport pastels, are powdery. And I thought she meant the Power Pastels, which are like crayons. And I've already done reviews and videos on that stuff. Do I have them right here? Oh, I have them right here. Hold on. Let me just grab these really quick, guys. Oh gosh, if you hear some stuff tumbling, it's because this was in a pile and I kept my tins all piled up. These are the Aqua Pastels, and these are the kind of thing that you can put some water on. It's like art crayons, basically, right? Really pretty. And like I said, I've already tried them out in other videos, but this Aqua Pastels probably on sale because everything else is on sale. I haven't checked on that. I know these are on sale, the Power Pastels. These are the ones when I responded to a gal that had asked about it. These are like crayons. She calls them adult crayons. They're literally crayons. Like, they're waxy, you can melt them, you can do lots of fun things with them. What I really like in this kit is this clear one, because then you can do a resist. You can resist obviously with all of them. Maybe the white would be a better one than black, but the clear, and then you can put whatever ink or watercolor basically over it and it'll resist. So it looks really cool because then you'll see the paper that's underneath. Kind of like if you're using clear embossing and then inked over it. So those are those. The other one that people asked about, sorry guys. We are free-forming it, for real. Are these guys, the palette pastels, I think is probably what she was asking about then, because she asked if they were powdery or, and people were curious about these anyway. So let me open this up really quickly, even though I'm not going to use them today, I don't think. So these were meant to go along with, like, Jane Davenport's face stamps and things like that, but you can use it however you like. Does they even have one? Nope. Oh, darn. Okay. I wanted to see if it had at least one little palette thing. I do have the little eyeshadow sticks or whatever you call them, but I don't have them with me, so I will just dip into one of these guys and try this out on a piece of paper. This piece of paper will do. There's a piece of paper here in this stack. So I'll just try it out really quickly. I was thinking about cutting out the little butterflies from the Bonjour set. I love those. That's like one of my staple sets that I like to use from Spellbinders. It's also on sale right now. It's a large die. I'll have the link for it. It's really pretty. And actually, I probably just grab it easily enough. And I thought, what if you cut some of the layers and then put some of these colors on the layers, you know? So I'm just going to grab like this. I don't know. So somebody was saying that they're very light in their reviews. And basically, they're meant to, again, actually play like eyeshadow on your little like face stamps and stuff. But look how pretty that is. I mean, why not just use it as a background? I don't know if you can see, there is shimmer to it. Oh, it's so hard to tell. I can see it in real life, but I don't want to dip into the next color, but I'm going to. Because, again. But you can just do a pretty background with it. Why not? You know? Or like I said, maybe cut out like a butterfly or whatever it is that you want to cut out in like white. I would do this first and then cut it out from your paper. I don't see why not. Let me try another color like this green one. So it is very soft. Another girl had said she mixes them with her like gesso and stuff like that. So, I mean, you can use it however you like. I know it's so hard to see the shimmer. I see it in real life really well. I mean, it's basically like makeup. Like a shimmery shadow. So these are on sale for like $4. Well, I guess with my discounts, it might be $5 if you're not a Club Kit member. So, all right. So there's that. I just want to try that out for you guys. Let me grab some paper. I'll put this back over here. Remember that that's a palette pastel thing. And yeah, so I'm just going to grab different papers. What I thought was so cute about this one, and I was so excited when I got it, I just didn't get around to making a video. The little hand and the little like shadow that, you know, the outline there, and then you do your flowers however you like, and you can pair them up, match it up, do whatever it is that you want. So let me grab some different colors, and we'll get started. Okay, so just to get started, I'm going to try out this Craft Perfect watercolor card because I did pick this up from Tonic recently, and you guys were curious if it's any good, right? So I'm going to try it out. So I do have a couple of their different watercolor cards. This is just an A2 size. It's already cut down to A2. So I'm probably trim it a little bit smaller so I can mat it on top of my card because I like things like this to be smaller than the card base. And I don't really know what colors I want to use with those flowers, but I always like kind of a natural background, so I'll probably do light blues, maybe teal color or green, I don't know. Really pretty stuff. I don't know what this glue is here. I'm going to trim that off anyway. So there's a little bit of glue that has weird color there. On the back, it is pretty darn smooth. You can see the texture, but it feels smooth, right? Because the texture on this side is so pronounced. Look at that. It has like a cool like wave. So, but also stripy, right? It's a little different. Okay, so I'll put that there. It says that it is cold pressed, acid and lignin free, 300 GSM white. All right. So for this kind of thing, I want it to be really soft and smooth. These are normally like 50 bucks on their site. They are on sale right now. But let me try this guy. These colors might be a little too bright for what I want, so I'll change the colors of the flowers. You know, I'm doing the background first now. I got to match up my other stuff with it. I'm just taking a bunch of water, and if you want to spray or just use a wash brush, however... Oh, this water's not coming out. There we go. I just want to put water down just so that there's movement. If you put it down dry, this is very pigmented, but it'll just kind of stay where you put it, and then you can wet it, but however you want. I'm just going to squeeze this. Ooh. And I'm acting like I'm afraid. It's because, yeah, I know it's very pigmented. These things are really, really great. Or you can put the color down like on a block or just on your work surface and then pick up color from there if you're afraid. You can let it be organic like that, or you can kind of come in and move the color. And I'm using a water brush to move the color, but, you know, however you want. And it can look messy. Obviously, that's the point. I just want to build up a background. I think that's it. Ooh, then you can put down, sprinkle some salt on here and make it look really cool. But what I'm going to do is hold it down and hit it with my heat tool because I kind of want it to stay where it's at. If you decide that, you know, like this water here is too much, you want to wipe it, it's going to wipe away. This is always going to dry much more pale, right, than what you have right now. And then if you want to build up more color, you can do it again, or you can add more color right now. But I like the way it looks, so I'm going to hit it with my heat tool and I'll be back. I do want to show you when it's really wet, you can move the water around. You see that? I'm moving it with the heat. If you don't like that, again, just stop it up with a napkin, but look how it's giving its own texture because of that. So I do like that. I even dry this spot, now it's a darker spot right there. Okay, I'll be back. As I dry it, once it gets nice and dry, you know, it's not going to move anymore. I turn it around and I dry the back. It did not warp very much, so that's really nice. I mean, I put a lot of water on this, so that's great. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so after all that noise, my kids did wake up. So what I'm going to do, because, I mean, this is pretty basic. What I'm going to do is cut this out in a color that I like for a hand tone. I'm going to cut this out in black because I do like that black outline. I'm going to cut this out in some green. All these things obviously fit in your marquee or anything. I mean, it's tiny. Well, tiny, but they're small. And then the flowers, you know, in whatever colors I feel like, but I'll still follow this pattern. So like the larger one with like a little guy in the middle, this guy with that little white piece there. It doesn't have to be white, but something like that. I do like the way they do darker and lighter tones of the same color family, so I'll do that. And then they do have some centers that we'll cut out, so those are already pretty much together for us here. So I'll cut out those like 3 times or however many times. And then we'll just layer up a card on top of this. I'll probably trim this down a little bit, like I said, because I do like this to mat onto my card a little bit smaller, so I'll just cut off a little bit of this to make it 4 by 5 1/4, okay? And I'll have all that when I come back and we'll assemble it. So hopefully I went ahead and cut everything out in real time, and I didn't fast forward it because I wanted you guys to see, like, basically you just put everything together, roll it through, and you're gonna be good. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is put this on a black card base. I thought, ooh, that might be nice because I use this shiny black over here. And for some reason, this Crafter's Companion paper has like some weird something going on, but it's okay because I'm gonna, I'm gonna cover most of it up anyway. So let me get my scoring board. So for things like this, I will use a scoring board. And I do want to mention the other day, not only one person, more than one person told me that when you're looking for the center of a paper to fold it in half, and you know, it was when I was making the Anna Griffin card for the pop-out dies. Do I have it? Oh, I don't know where I put it. Anyway, it has two layers, right? The intricate pop-out, it had the intricate pop-out layer, but then it had another layer in the back that I was looking for the center of it for you guys so that you would know where to score it, right? And I had a couple people tell me that you can just fold it in half, find the middle, and then score it, right? Or, you know, basically fold it. And then I was like, yeah, but this is a thing. So with a thin piece of paper, sure, you know, I'm just going to look for the center, like say this, which isn't really center, but we can fold it, and, you know, it's bending okay. And I can score it like I always do. You guys see me do this all the time because it's a thin piece of paper. When it's a thick piece of paper like this, you're not going to get a nice line. So that's why I don't want to mess that one up. Let me grab this kind of paper because I don't really... If I was to just look for the center of this and go to fold it, you're going to start getting... Look, it's already creased, and I'm trying to be careful with it. You can't just fold this and think it's going to look good. Do you see this? That's why we need to know where the center is. There, it looks horrible. And I could be more... I was pretty ginger with it. And then you can bone fold it. It's not going to get rid of those ugly little creases. So that's why I look for the center. It's not because I'm so inept I don't know how to just fold a piece of paper in half, you guys. Obviously, we can fold a piece of paper in half to find the center. But I wanted to give you guys that number because there's no way you're going to fold that and not get a... Yeah, and get a nice crease. Okay, so what I want to do is a long card just because I thought that would be nice. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, so I'm looking for the 5 1/2. I'm going to fold it on this side just because the other side is so shiny and I don't want to mess that up. And when I go to do this with this kind of card, I'm going to do it gently and a couple of times. I didn't just go for it and like, dig in there, okay? So I'm just kind of being gentle and then do it a few times so that you get a nicer fold. And this card, I'm not going to go with this and scrape it because it'll show up. But see, that's really nice, right? Compared to what I showed you earlier. So that's why I was looking for the actual center. If you have a thin piece of paper, it doesn't matter. Just fold it in half and you're good to go. If you don't want to use your scoring board and stuff. Okay, I have to be careful here because there's a little piece of this finger, this hand, it's right here that we need. So I don't want to misplace that. Now, this stuff is very, this is a challenge because this is not metallic, but slick. And this obviously warps a little bit because we put water on it, right? Pretty much all watercolor paper does this. And a lot of people have given me the nice tip of go ahead and put your adhesive on it, stick it on here, and then run this through like your Gemini or Empress or some kind of machine, because what it'll do is it'll really flatten it out for you. So just so you know. But I'm gonna stick that down in just a second because this little piece of finger is scaring me. So I want to glue it down and then do other things. So what I did for the flowers is I cut pieces that were dark, right? The darker pieces, the background. And for the accent piece, I cut them all on pearlescent paper. So this pearlescent, and then this low white piece is pearlescent, just to make it a little bit different. And then the center pieces I cut with the gold shiny, and then, the black shiny paper that was from Crafters Companion, and then little gold extra paper I found here from probably Anna Griffin papers. Even if I have the smallest little piece of that gold paper, I always keep it in my scrap stack because you never know. So cute. I suppose if you wanted to pop this up from the bottom one, you can do that too, but I'm just doing it like this. And then I have that little tiny piece of finger. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue on here. Maybe that's a little bit too much. And I'm going to make sure this little piece of finger is facing the right way. And it goes like this. So that's the smallest thing on this. And then we can adjust it. Oh, come on. There's something on my mat that's making this stick. Okay, that is the smallest thing that you would have to contend with. What is on here? There it is. Like something is really keeping this stuff stuck. Okay. Our flowers. So I kind of want to do these in a 3D way. If you look on the back of this, not in a 3D way, but like the accent piece, I kind of wanted it up and above. So what I'm going to do is like for this one, I'm going to go ahead and stick down the black piece. And these are just cut in a fun way so you can put them however you like. And then I'll put the gold piece. So that's the center for like this flower. I'm going to pop it up when we get to that. This guy, I need to pop out all these little pieces. Oh, let me mention one other thing. You know, I use this all the time because of the sticky part. I love that little tacky tool. This is the Diamond Tacky tool. Now this one is the one that's on Spellbinders right now. It's 20 bucks for the whole kit for the tool-in-one plus a bunch of extra pieces and a bag that you can put it in. So you can switch things out on this guy. Do you have to unscrew it? I don't remember because I don't have all the extra pieces, so I don't really pay attention to that. But there you go. So I just pull it down and then pop that one in. And then does this one? Yeah. This one actually holds some of the pieces. So see, I have the two basic pieces that would come with. What is this? I don't even know what this is. I can't even pop it out. Hold on. What is it? What is it? What is it? I can't get it out of here. But this is... Oh, I pushed in further too. That's not good. I'll grab it with a tweezer later. This is what they have right now, so you can switch out the heads and stuff, right? Even this one, I can switch it out. So it's just like that cool system where you just push down, pull it out. I already pulled it out there. And so this is the tool-in-one. It's a little bit different. I think the other heads it comes with are like heads to, what's it called? To score, and just a bunch of different ones. So that's another one that's on sale right now with the Black Friday special. So they are different in that this one has a stickiness, this one does not. Even the extra head does not have the tacky tool part of it. So just letting you know in case that's something you're interested in. All right. Okay, so I'm going to clear that out. What I'm going to do is layer up a few more of these black and gold pieces, and I will be right back. Okay, just pop it out, all those little pieces. And again, this one can just be however, and then For this other one, that piece goes in the center here somewhere, but I'm not real sure exactly. We can put it like maybe up here. What's cute about this one is that it has even 3 layers of color if you want, because these two are on a different dye. So this one's on its own dye, and then these two are together on a different dye, but they go together for this flower. Let me move that up a little bit more so we can show it at least a little bit. And then what I wanted to do was pop up that second layer of them. Right. So let me see what I have. I think this kit has, this is that Anna Griffin kit that they had brought back there to HSN. This one might be good. Oh yeah, here we go. What I was going to do is pick the backing off of it first, just so it makes it easier. And let's put that guy there. And then, I mean, you can eyeball this however you like. I'm just going to pop it on here. So cute. Now this one's going to be a little bit different because we do have, I think what I'll do is I'll stick these pieces on and then I'll pop it up. Let me see, put that one there. I'll mess with it in just a minute. I just don't know exactly where I want to put these. Oops, I had glue on my hand. I thought that would be good enough, but it wasn't. I put it on the back. You want to put it in the front, you know, however you like. Okay. These flowers are so cute. And of course, you can use them just the flowers. You don't have to use the hand or all that stuff that goes along with it. Cute. And then just that last one. I think this is small enough to go behind there. We'll see. You know, it's funny, the kids are off next week, and that probably means I'll be able to make more videos because, to be honest, when they sleep in, because right now Miranda has to be in class by 8:15, so I have to wake her up at least by 7:30, and then, you know, the rest of the day goes by. But yeah, it's crazy. So on this one, again, I just would eyeball it, but it looks like, you see how this one has like 3 lines, 3 prongs that are more spread out, and then this one does too, so I would think it kind of layers in a little nicer if you do it this way. Okay. So next week they can sleep in, and then I can come down here and not bother anybody and do my little videos. Okay, I'm going to adhere this to this. Let me back up just a little bit because all we're going to do now is layer up. And actually, as I'm looking at this, I was thinking maybe I'll use that frame. Where is it? Where is it? I'll find it. The frame from that I showed you guys earlier, I'll get in just a second. But let's go ahead and stick this down. Usually I do this with a wet glue, but I'm not going to sit here for a very long time and hold this because of the slick nature of that paper. So what I'm going to do is stick this down. Hope you guys have fun with this. You know, just, I always like starting off with a watercolor base, if, you know, when I remember to. Because it's so organic and just looks so pretty, you know. So hopefully you can see I'm running right down the edge because I want that to stick really, really well. Oh, I just saw that Tonic launched their stamp club for this month, which is a really pretty floral set. Again, they still have the weekend bundles. I guess it depends on when you're watching. But I already picked up their new showcase, which was really pretty. The spring florals. But this flower set they just came out with really kind of goes with that really well. And again, like I said, if you're not great at matting and layering, then use a wet glue. You're just going to have to hold it down. Like I can see something. I need to... Ay. So I can just move this over just a little bit. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is take like something clean and flat. The reason I say clean is because I have a bunch of things around me that probably have like stuff stuck to them. Okay, I'm going to rub, and probably even burnish the top of this. Not on the actual card because I don't want to mess up my card base, but I'm just gonna rub, 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 and use, I moved my bone folder so I would know where they are, and I still didn't know where they were. And just rub, rub, rub until this is really nice and flat, okay? I'll be right back. Just give it pressure for a good long time, and I think that will help. Ooh. Okay, so as we go to layer it up, I'm gonna look at this. I have my little stems. I think what we're gonna have to do with the stems is put them in the hand first and then layer our flowers however we want. Right? I don't know. I want them to stick out the bottom too. Like that. And then probably one more. Right? We need 3. And maybe out this way. Like I said, I want it to stick out. Okay, so if we had something like that, you know, obviously we're just playing around with it right now. It's going to move. Okay, I figure I was waiting for that. This is the set I was talking about. And this one already has its own little thing, which would be really cute, but what if I use this one? Hey, Freeform Friday, it's anything goes. I have this, and then I have some black paper here. Which one is less? This one's already cut down a certain way. Yeah, so I think I'll do that. I'll run 2 of these through and see how it looks. If we want to use it, maybe we won't, but I'll run these through and I'll be right back. This is so delicate and pretty. I need to use this more often just for a little background. It's more often. I haven't used it at all yet, but you know what I'm saying? Like, to use it. Wow. Okay, hold on. And then what's cute is you're supposed to kind of mix it up so that it looks a little different, right? You know what I'm saying? Like a frame, but kind of interesting like this. Let me show you what the back of that set shows. Yeah. So you just kind of put it together. Super cute. So what I'm going to do is put glue on the back of my hand and layer this down just the way you're seeing it. So, so pretty. Oh my gosh. You can even intertwine them, I suppose, if you wanted to. This is very, very thin line. Gorgeous. Let's put that down right there. And let's take this one. I do want it obviously to stick down really well. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to hold that down for a minute till it stays. I'll be back. Okay, so I think the easiest way to do this part, I'm just going to put glue on the back of this hand. Wherever. I'm going to glue it down flat, but if you want to put some dimensionals, then, you know, do that by all means. Let's see. Let's see, that one going this way. This one going straight up and down. Maybe that way. Like I said, I kind of want them sticking out down here too, so I'm trying to eyeball that. And then this one can go out this way or something. I'm not sticking this down quite yet because I don't really know where I want these to look or go. So I want this one a little bit closer. That's cute. Okay. Stay down, stay down, stay down. I'm going to hold this down till it stays just because there is some texture under here and all that, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just kind of playing with this, and you know what? I think I'm going to use some of these leaves. Just maybe on this middle flower. I was looking at this, I'm like, how is this supposed to be done as far as the leaf shape goes? I was looking at it like this. I'm like, oh, maybe it goes like, and I'm like, that doesn't look right. Duh. It goes like that. And then we have another one on the other side. It's very daffodil looking. I don't think the flower that I'm going to put it on looks like a daffodil, but, you know, whatever. Alright. So pretty. Just that little bit of extra. Oh, gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so the other thing I was thinking about, since it is Freeform Friday, I was like, ooh, maybe I should crinkle up the flowers. You know how we like to do and make it a little more artsy. But I think this flower would work well with that. Maybe put a couple layers of that base one. It'll look really cute. There we go. I want them to look more organic. That's kind of why I put the flowers so close together and kind of odd and different looking. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise you can spread them out completely, but I thought if it's a bouquet, it's in your hand. A lot of times they come together in ways that they want. Cute. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is adorable. Okay. So there is that. I'm going to hold this down just for a second because I feel like obviously there's a lot of texture under there. I'll be right back. Okay, so that's that. So pretty. I do have these gemstones. These are back on HSN now, I believe. The DiamondPress gemstones I picked up in the last craft day. Was it the last craft day or the one before that? I can't remember, but they are back. So I was like, it's probably already too much what's going on here, but if you have a sentiment to add, you know, go ahead and do that, obviously. A lot of times when I do stuff like this, I consider it a note card. I'm like, oh, that'll be a note card, right? A note card doesn't have to have anything, really, if you don't want. Hold on, let me see about that next size up. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope that gave you some information about the different mediums, you know, how I normally use these other Jane Davenport markers, just a little something here and there, you know. I think I can just leave that there. I usually try to mirror it, like I put some down here, but I think that'll be cute, just a little something else. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll have links in the description box, and I'll see you at the next one, probably later today, because you know how I do. So thanks for watching. Bye now.